Hello guys, in this video we are going to talk about comments and other tags in HTML, and this should be our final video in HTML. Finally we have come to the concluding part of our lessons in HTML so that we can move over to CSS. Okay, let's quickly start. First of all, what is comment? Comments are being ignored by HTML. We normally use comment to help ourselves understand our code. When you comment your code very well, it will help someone else who is working on the code to really understand what you want to achieve or what a particular code is doing. Okay, comment is not being being run by the web browser. It's just a comment. Okay, it's been ignored, but it's very important that you know how to do it so that you can use it and do a good documentation in your source code. Okay, let me start by creating a new file. Let me call this file comment.html. okay, inside this file now, it's like this file is inside the folder mp3. Let me just bring it here. Okay, I move it. Okay, I now have it here. Okay, let me start with HTML version 5. I call it comments, right? Okay, let me say I want to develop a table, right? Okay, let me do this table. We have the TR, we have the TB. Okay, we have something like this. Let me just call it a 2-column stuff with 1 row. Let's give it a border. Let me say border is equals to 2. Okay, let me call this first name. Okay, let me call this second name. Okay, this is a table as you can see. Let's run this code. Okay, reviewing explorer comment.html. okay, you can see the code here. Now we want to comment on these codes. Okay, for instance, when we want to write comment, we start with this tag like this and we start with this and end with this. Whatever thing we write here, you will see the color is changing. It's being ignored by the computer. It's being ignored. Okay, let me run this code. You will see that those tags are being ignored. Okay, I can move it out to this place. It's still showing green. It's being ignored. Are you seeing it? Okay, if I remove this and remove this, you see that this will not show. That is to show that this is no longer a comment. Okay, so how do we use comment and what is the benefit of comment? One is this: we can use comment to explain what this code is. For example, I can say here, I can comment something like this and says this is the opening tag for the table, right? So this comment is trying to explain what I'm trying to achieve. I can come here and comment again something like this. This is the closing tag for table. Okay, so you can see here I have used it to do a good documentation of my code, so that assuming I have a lot of data in between this table, this comment, if I write it very well, will help whoever that is working on this project to know where each tag starts and where each tag stopped, and also will help me as a developer to know where each tag starts and where each stops, because there might be a table or some tags that are too complex that you have a lot of tags inside them. Comment is what will help you to know where each tag starts and each tag stuff so that you will not get stuck on the way or confused. Okay, for instance, the way we normally comment is this. Let me say I'm creating a session or a div for a particular stuff, and I know that there are going to be a lot of tag, a lot of data inside this div. First of all, I have to comment. Okay, before I go ahead, I have to tell you the shortcut for commenting in any programming language. In your keyboard, you are going to see a button that has question mark and / like this. There is a button in your keyboard. This button is very, very close to the shift key at the right hand side. Very, very close to the shift key at the right hand side. Anytime you type something and you hit that button, you hit control. You hit control. Let me write it here. Control plus that button. It will automatically comment that line. For example, I am in this line. Let me hit now control that button. You see, it has now commented on it. So these are the simple way you can comment, or you can choose to write the code yourself, which is this. Okay, to comment. So this exclamation mark, we got it from shift 1 in the keyboard, or just use this control button that has question mark and / like this to comment. Okay, now let me go to the example I was giving. So before I will say this div starts here. Okay, I use my shortcode control question mark button. You see, it's now a comment. I'll now come here again and says this div ends here. Okay, before I'll start writing my code, you understand? Now I'll say div. Okay, so you see the comment is explaining. If I want to do any other thing, I can now comment and start writing. You understand? So that I don't have to write here. After writing a lot of code, I now be looking for this div to start commenting it. So before I write the div, I have to write the start and the end. Then I start writing my normal HTML tag. This is how we comment. Okay, another usefulness of comments in our code is this. Let me just create a table. Let me create a table. This table, okay, has I just use this to make it very easy for me. Okay, I have this. Okay. Let me say let me put a border. Border is 1. Let me put a width. Let me say this width is 700 px. Let me align this table at the center. We have already learned about tables, so I don't think I need to explain this. Okay, let me here says first name. Okay, let me say we don't have second name, rather we have middle name. Let me say middle name, and the third one last name. I just want to give us an example. Okay, let me copy this so that I will have a second row with 3 columns. Okay, let me have another one here. Okay, let me have another one. Okay, here now I have 4 columns. Okay, this thing is like my table header, right? This thing is like my data now. Okay, let me say this person is Benjamin. Oh, okay, Benjamin Frank Paul. Okay, let me say the second person is which name do I use now? And let me say okay, Peter Elvis Collins. Okay, Peter Elvis Collins. Okay, this is the first data, the second data, then the third data. Let me call it Cindy. Okay, Cindy Cindy Mike. Okay, what other female name can I remember? Okay, let me say Cindy Mike Moses. Okay, let me just use this, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's look at this code now. You see what we have. Assuming maybe you are developing this thing for somebody and the person says, please remove this, or he says, please remove this Peter from this data. Later on we are going to use it. Please remove this for now. Later on you are going to use it. So since we know that we are going to use it, the best thing to do is to comment it, because you know that once you comment it, it will not run, it will not display. So when the person says use it again, you now go and remove your comment. So how do we do it? Okay, you just add wrap it with that command tag. Okay, wrap it like this. I cut this, I put it here. Okay, you can see from here to here now is a comment. Okay, I still have the code, but I'm not displaying it because I have just commented it out. It's now serving as a comment to me. You see that this Peter Avis Collins will no longer show. Okay, let me refresh. You see, we don't have Peter Avis Collins. Now when the person says now, you can now display the data again. You don't need to start writing this code all over again. What you have to do now is to just remove the comment that you have inserted, and this code comes back to life. So this is another important of you learning how to comment, so that there's a whole lot of code that maybe you are testing something, your mind tell you that this code might be disturbing what you want to do. What you have to do now is to comment that code and start testing what we are testing. Maybe we are debugging, you want to know where the error is coming from, and you know how you have suffered to write a code. You don't need to delete that code just to test and check whether that code is the problem. What you have to do is to comment it. Okay, this is another importance of comment. Okay, we are moving to other tag in HTML. Like I said before in the beginning of this our video, you cannot learn everything, but when you learn the most things that you can use in your work, I think you are good to go. Believe me, we have covered a whole lot of tags, but there are a whole other tag that we have not really covered, and those tags look similar to the div tag. Yes, you know, we have talked about div tag, which is this tag, div tag like this. Okay, there are a whole lot of other tags we can use, and they serve the same thing as div tag. We have the tag known as footer. Okay, we use it normally for our footer, but div can still serve that. We have the tag known as section. Okay, we have a whole lot of tag. Yes, we have a tag known as nav. Okay, when we are learning Bootstrap, you will see us making use of this tag. Okay, but you can still use div tag to achieve whatever thing you can achieve with footer tag, and there are a whole lot of other tags not mentioned here. So the reason why is that I want you to open your mind to know that you can see other tags that you have not come across in somebody's source code. Don't panic if the tag is not paragraph p tag, and the tag is not a header tag. Oh, what did I do here? And the tag is not maybe a header tag, maybe header 1 like this. Any other tag looks similar to the div tag. Okay, so guys, this is the end of our tutorial in HTML. I'm happy that finally we have finished this. Okay, in my next video tutorial we are going to venture into CSS. Thank you so much guys. Bye bye.